Hi everyone. Okay, we have a lot of people joining in. Okay, if I'm audible, can you send me a thumbs up, guys? Okay, good. Thank you, Preeti. Okay, we're just gonna wait for a couple of more minutes and then I'll add Lavanya to the live. Also, happy Independence Day, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out here at 4 p.m. on a Monday. Oh, Lavanya is here. Lovely. I will add her to the call. Oh, that is strange. Yes. Hi, Lavanya.
Hi, Sangeeta. How are you? Happy to
I,
be here.
yeah, good to see you, Lavanya. I think your screen is a bit tilted. You might need want to turn it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
me see.
Yes, yes. Much
Right.
better. Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
All
But
right.
it's lovely to see you. How are you?
Good, good. I'm very happy to be here on this very special day. Thank you to Tulika and happy Independence Day to all of us.
Yes, happy Independence Day to everyone. So, before we get started, hi everyone, I'm Sangeeta. I'm from the Tulika team. I will be hosting the live today. And we have with us Lavanya Kapahi, who is the author of this lovely book, The Many Colors of Us, which we're going to be talking about. Before we dive right in, a quick introduction about Lavanya. She is a writer, entrepreneur, and she's worked in the IT industry. Her first book was Kayu's World is Round, which was also published with Tulika. So we're really happy to have her back with the Tulika family, with the many colors of us, and excited to talk to you about the book. Is there anything you'd like to say before we get started?
Now, let's dive right in.
Of course. So, as I showed you guys earlier, The Many Colors of Us is Lavanya's newest book. And this is a concept book about colors, but it's actually, and though it seems like that on the surface, it is a lot more than just that. You address diversity, you talk about, India's flora, fauna, food, architecture, and there's so many other aspects that you have covered through color association, which I find very fascinating. So my first question really is, how did you get the idea for this book?
I think my childhood in Mumbai was a strong influence where, different people, cultures, traditions, food, festivals, these are all an integral part of growing up. And though we knew at some level we were different, there was a healthy acceptance of this diversity. And it definitely made my life very colorful. As I grew older and moved out of Mumbai and experienced smaller cities and towns, I realized that people there did not have as much exposure to different cultures like people in bigger cities did. So when they met people from other parts, they were sometimes curious, sometimes suspicious, and there was a fair amount of stereotyping as well. But once they got past this initial hiccup, the relationships were mutually wonderfully enriching. And that led me to believe that children could be encouraged very early on to develop a healthy respect for different parts of our country. And this was my main inspiration for writing the book.
No, and it really reflects in the book as well, because as I mentioned, it really covers so many different aspects of India. And there were so many facts in the book which I didn't know about. And it was very educational for me, which is why I think this isn't just a book for children. I think a lot of adults can read this book as well. And there'll be something to kind of take back from it, which I think is lovely. But, having said that, why do you write for children? Because I mean, it's a very different ball game writing for children as it is for adults. So what kind of drove you to write for children?
I think it started when my daughter was 4 years old. I had penned down some stories and I wanted her to enjoy them in picture book format. And I was inspired by some of her photographs, and I dabbled in a little bit of digital art, and I started creating personalized books for her. And at that time, I researched how words and art in a picture book could actually impact a child to think and act in a certain way. And when I saw that happening with my daughter for the first time, I was spellbound, because she tried to protect a child from getting hurt. And this was a direct consequence of a book that I had been reading out to her about protecting your loved ones. So I thought, books are a wonderful medium to empower children with some core values of humanity, not just the age old ones of honesty and courage and kindness, but also new values in the new world, like embracing diversity, being inclusive, and accepting others who are different. So I was motivated to write more, and I wanted a wider audience for my stories. And that's how I came to Tulika with my first manuscript, Kayu's World.
Yeah, and Kai's World is another lovely book, and actually, I have it here with me. I will show it to the audience. Is this? So I think this is honestly such a lovely book. Again, it talks about a child on the autism spectrum, which I find is a very sensitive subject, and it's again very fascinating the way you've addressed it. Actually, could you tell us a little bit about that before we dive more into Many Colors of Us? I'd love to know a little bit more about Kayu's World.
So Kayu's world is about acceptance. It's about accepting others with different abilities. And as you said in the book, Kayu, the child, is having autism, but it's not very apparent when you read the book. The whole idea was to normalize the differences that and when children are presented these ideas in a gentle way, they absorb it more effectively, and it really empowers them. It shapes their thoughts and actions. And it's really wonderful that publishers like Tulika and other children's book publishers, uh, they are coming out with a variety of books on sensitive and relevant topics for children today. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, for sure. And which is why I think it's really fascinating that we have so many subjects, right? It's not just about moral science, as they say, for children anymore. There is a lot of awareness in today's literature, and we're touching such diverse subjects and themes, which I think is wonderful. And you yourself have been a part of these two wonderful books, which are a lot more than just what they appear to be on the surface. You know, you are delving into very sensitive, very deep subjects, which is wonderful to see. Having said that, you've been writing for children, but is there a process you follow? Do you have a routine? What is your writing routine like?
I would say I'm a very disorganized writer, Sangeeta. So I can like at 4 a.m. and start writing, or at midnight. And I remember typing away furiously on my phone on a long drive from Bangalore to Chikmagalur. So I just do it whenever inspiration strikes. But I think early morning works the best when there's all the clutter. My mind is free of clutter, and I'm able to focus and come up with some really good thoughts.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I think for me, I love writing at night. That's when I feel most creative to write. But yeah, I've had this conversation with so many writers who say that, oh, it's more comfortable to write in the morning or the afternoon or the evening. So it's always lovely to kind of just hear the process. But do you chalk out, like, say, an hour a day or something like that every day for yourself to write? Or is it very sporadic, or how is it?
Yeah, I think it would be more on the sporadic side. Sometimes I write continuously, and sometimes there are some gaps. But I keep, thinking and evolving and seeing how to get more creative and observing. That really motivates me to write more. Yeah.
No, for sure. And before we kind of jump into our more fun segment, the quiz, one of the things, again, I would love to ask you is, what do you want readers to take from the Many Colors of Us?
Sangeeta, I think my aim would be twofold. One is for children to develop healthy curiosity and respect towards our beautiful country, and in the process, introduce the concept of diversity, because India is a treasure trove of diversity, not only in terms of culture, but also in terms of flora, fauna, and varied land. We are blessed that way. And the second would be to introduce the thought that diversity is magical, uh, because when we learn together and we grow together, culturally, creatively, emotionally, intellectually, we can do some brilliant things together. And together we can be magical. That's all I want them to remember.
Yeah, and it's so true. I completely agree because I've read the book and the messaging, I think just what you've tried to do with it is so lovely. And it really leaves you with a sort of this warm, fuzzy feeling when you finish reading it, right? Because it is really about being inclusive in the diversity that there is in India, uh, which I think is amazing. So before we jump into the quiz, a quick announcement to the audience. Tulika is having a site-wide sale today till midnight, 25% off on all books. So you can go on the website, pick your favorite books. Be sure to pick this one because this is a very special one. And we have, of course, we have Lavanya here who's been so lovely and talking about the book. So yeah, on that note, I think we can jump into the quiz. We're calling it Which Color Am I? So how this is going to work is Lavanya and I will be alternating and, asking questions about different colors, and you guys have to guess which color we're talking about or which color it is in the question. So yeah, I think we can start. So I'll start us off. The first question is, you will find me in the rare Brahma Kamal, which blooms for a night at most, and in the coconuts of the Konkan coast. Which color am I? I'm going to repeat that once more. You will find me in the rare Brahma Kamal, which blooms for a night at most, and in the coconuts of the Konkan coast. Which color am I? Okay. So you guys can type in the comments which color you think it is. We'll give you guys a minute or two, and then we'll try and give you hints also if no one's getting it, and then give you the answer. Oh, yes, Naomi, that is right. Anyone else? Any other guesses? Oh, yes. Do you think it could be any other color though? Just out of curiosity, do you think Brahma Kamals can be any other color? Coconuts can have any other color? Okay, I think white is what we're going for. But yes, that is the right answer. White is the color. So yeah, and of course, white is a part of the Indian tricolor as well. So how could we not talk about Indian colors today, being Independence Day? And yeah, with that, I will let Lavanya take the next question.
Yeah. So the next question is, you will find me in the lakes of Spiti and painted on the homes of India's sun city. Which color am I? I'll just repeat that. You will find me in the lakes of Spiti and painted on the homes of India's sun city. Which color am I?
Again, you can take a minute. Which
Yeah.
color it is?
And I can give you a hint. Jodhpur is the sun city of India. Any guesses?
So this is the color of a lake, Spiti, and also Jodhpur Sun City is known for this color. Jodhpur, the Sun City of India, is known for this color.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think this color could be?
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Blue. Yeah. Blue is the color,
yes.
the gorgeous lakes of Spiti, and the homes, many homes in Jodhpur are painted blue. So great, great, yeah.
Yeah.
The
And of
color.
course, Jaipur is the pink city as we know it. So, I mean, I think Rajasthan is just a beautiful place in that sense.
It's
Okay, then. So the next question, I am the color of Naga chilies and the tint of Manipur's Siroi lilies. Which color am I? I'll repeat that once more. I am the color of Naga chilies and the tint of Manipur's Siroi lilies. Which color am I? So the color of a chili and a flower. What could it possibly be?
I think this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a slightly tough one. Let me see if I can give you a hint from your book, because this color is very much there in the many colors of us.
Oh, yeah, Naomi got it again. Purple.
Oh,
Yeah.
Naomi's on a roll. Maybe, or yes, or actually there are Naga chilies which are orange in color.
Ah, yeah.
But Naomi is correct. If there's anyone else, I don't know if people have seen Naomi's answer yet, but for those who haven't, do you want to? Oh, pink. That's interesting. I'm not sure if there are pink chilies actually. Could be. It's gonna give maybe a few more seconds for people to guess, and then we'll give the answer. No, it is not yellow, but yes, there are yellow chilies. But I will speak more about the Naga chilies. Naomi is very chuffed right now that she's getting all the answers. She's on a roll. Okay, guys. So Naomi got the right answer, which is purple. So interesting fact, it's also called the Naga Jolakya or the Naga Viper chili. It's very spicy. I think most people know like the northeastern chili as Bhut Jolakya, which is considered to be one of the spiciest of chilies that are out there, peppers that are out there. So yeah, the Naga Viper is purple in color and is supposed to be quite spicy from what I am told. Not sure if I would. Have you ever tried it, Lavanya? Just out of curiosity, when you were researching.
No, I'm quite low on the spice level, but yeah, I would love to see it and visit all these places that are in the book. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I feel like this book really tells you so many things about different places. It almost makes you want to kind of visit and see these things, that you've mentioned in the book, I have to say. But yeah, on that note, we can go to our next question. Lavanya, would you like to tell them?
Yeah. I'm the color of Mizoram's flower, the senri, and the pandas of Sikkim. Which color am I? I'll just repeat. I'm the color of Mizoram's flower, the senri, and the pandas of Sikkim. Which color?
So, Lavanya, your connection broke a little bit. So, I'll just repeat that question in case anyone didn't get it. So, the question was, I am the color of Mizoram's flower, the senri, and the pandas of Sikkim. Oh, Mega was thinking Bhujala. Yeah, the previous question, everyone was thinking of that chili. But yes, new question. Mizoram's flower, the senri, and pandas of Sikkim. Which color do you guys think it is? This is again a lesser known fact, I think, for a lot of people. So it'll be interesting to see what colors you guys come up with. Naomi, do you know the answer if you're online?
We are banking on Naomi.
Yeah, she's really been on a roll. Yeah, she's just been like giving one answer after the other. So it'll be amazing if she gets all of it. Or anyone else would like to break Naomi's streak right now and give us the answer.
All
Oh,
right.
yes.
Red.
No,
Red.
Naomi has responded.
Yeah. And here I would like to show, the illustrations from the book about the beautiful senri flower. And our young illustrator, Mansi, she's done a fabulous, gorgeous job on the book where every page is such a beautiful burst of color. So, yeah, thank you, Mansi.
Yeah, shout out to Mansi Dwivedi, who I agree has done such a wonderful job on the book, on the illustrations. Another reason to pick it up, for sure. And yeah, so moving on to the next question. I am the color of the queen of spices. You will also find me in the imperial pigeons of Tripura. Which color am I? I'm going to repeat that once more. I am the color of the queen of spices. You will also find me in the imperial pigeons of Tripura. Which color am I? Also, bonus points to anyone who guesses what the queen of spices is, just by the way. So we're going to give you guys a minute again to to guess this. And if anyone can get what the queen of spices is, then, kudos to you. If not, oh, Pooja, not
Yeah,
bad.
great
Can you
job.
tell us? Yeah, can you tell us what the queen of spices is? Without Googling, of course. No one is cheating here, please. Red? Hmm.
Yeah, it's green.
Yes, it is green. Yes, Preeti, you're right. Can anyone tell us what the queen of spices is? Just out of curiosity, if anyone knows, we'll tell you, of course, if no one's able to guess it. Can anyone tell us what the queen of spices is? Come on. Yes, you're right, Preeti. It is cardamom. Cardamom is green. And of course, again, I just want to show this illustration from the book, which has been done very beautifully by Mansi again for the spread. Again, I didn't know about this, about the imperial pigeons in Tripura, which is why I said, this book really makes you want to kind of visit all these places and see all these things,
It's been
which I
an
think is lovely.
experience for me as well in this journey of writing this book. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it must have been really fascinating for you to just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
find
And
all these interesting
really
facts.
feels a feeling of pride and wonder that, and there's still so many things to discover that it is just overwhelming sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I can only imagine, how tough it must have been for you to kind of narrow down on certain things because you must have gotten a lot of information for sure.
yeah, and writing in verse was one big challenge. I think it all came out beautifully. So I'm excited for everyone to read the book. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
So, okay, last question, Lavanya, would you like to do the honors?
so you'll find me in the hornbills of Chandigarh's Lake Sukna and the caves of Ajanta and Ellora. Which color am I? So I'm going to repeat that. You will find me in the hornbills of Chandigarh's Lake Sukna and the caves of Ajanta and Ellora. Which color am I?
Okay, guys, you have a minute. Let's see if you can guess which color this is. Hornbills, lakes, what color could it be? We had Spiti. So, do you think it could be the same color or is it a different color? Is this a trick question? What do you guys think? Yes, Preeti, I agree. There is a lot to learn from this book. I think my general knowledge definitely improved a bit after reading this. Okay, guys. I'm sure some of you may have, even if not visited Ajanta and Ellora, have seen pictures of Ajanta and Ellora. Brown,
Mm.
maybe, but not really. What are the other colors? White. Oh, so it's not white, but you're close. Come on, guys.
Should we give away?
Oh, Naomi is just,
Wow, that's fantastic.
it is gray. Naomi is right. I think Naomi has gotten all the questions at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, Naomi. And yeah, you're right. The gray hornbills. And here I would like to show again a page from the book. This is, in fact, one of my favorite pages. So subtle and elegantly done.
Oh,
And
I think you're showing the white page, by the way.
oops, yeah, sorry.
That's
Yeah,
okay. It's an extra spread for everyone to see.
yeah. So this is the gray page.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite spreads in the book, I
Yeah,
must say.
and it's absolutely stunning.
It is. It's lovely. And again, shout out to Mansi, who's done such a wonderful job on the book. But yeah, on that note, we have come to the end of this quiz and session. Lavanya, is there anything you'd like to add for people about the book, about the session, your experience?
I would just like to say, I hope everyone enjoys the book, and I would love to hear your feedback and your thoughts about the book. And it's my humble hope that the many colors of us become the colors of every Indian.
Yes, I agree. Again, it is a lovely book. Please do go pick it up, read it. Again, this isn't just a book for children, it is very much a book for adults or for people of any age, really, because I think everyone can take something from this book, which is lovely. And again, Tulika is having a site wide sale today. 25% off only till midnight. So you can go on the website, pick up your favorite books, picture books, chapter books, the works, and of course, the many colors of us. And yeah, wishing everyone happy Independence Day. And thank you so much, Lavanya, for taking out the time and being here. And everyone else who also joined us today in participating in this quiz. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, Lavanya.
Bye.